Marriage and money, not always a match made up in heaven. Communication about finances is crucial before tying the knot. In fact, most divorces in this country are due to financial problems in the marriage. Bet you didn't know that. Understanding the way that you and your spouse relate to money is key to preventing arguments before they happen. And who better to help bring love and money into harmony than the money couple? Oh, look at them. They are so in love. The money couple, Scott and Bethany Palmer. They've even written a new book about it. It's called The 5 Money Personalities, Speaking the Same Love and Money Language. There it is. You see it? Oh, great. Scott and Bethany, great to see you. You guys claim that 70% of the marriages in this country end in divorce due to money problems?
Absolutely, money conflict. It's the #1 reason that couples are getting divorced. And that put Bethany on a real journey to really dive in and figure out why is that the case. We've provided financial planning services combined for 43 years, and we would see the perfect plan get put together and our couples would still get divorced. And so that put us on this really interesting time to say, hey, why is that? Why is this happening? And how and what can we do about it?
All right, now, you said, you gave us some tips ahead of time here. Money versus finances. There's a difference here, Bethany?
There is a difference. You know, finances are so important. The retirement planning, tax planning, investment planning, getting out of debt, that's all really important. But that's finances. What we're talking about is money, your money relationship, the day-to-day decisions you make where money is involved. And it impacts everything, even down to cups of coffee. I mean, I might want a expensive cup of coffee. Scott may not. Why not brew it at home for 10 cents? And the arguments that you have over those differences on the day-to-day money decisions.
Could you imagine if you're fighting over the coffee first thing in the morning? They start in a fight.
In the morning.
Terrible way to start your day.
All right. Let's get to knowing your money personality, because that's really what the foundation of everything you're doing here. Explain to us these different money personalities: the saver, the spender, the risk taker, the security seeker, the flyer. Who are these people?
Okay. Well, they're you and me, believe it or not. What we found was that there's 5 money personalities, and everybody has 2, a primary and a secondary money personality. So you can have as many as 4 money personalities bumping up against each other in one relationship. And so it's really important to understand not only who you are, but what your spouse is and how they look and deal with money the way they do.
So for Scott and myself, for example, we're both primary spenders. We can spend with the best of them. But secondarily, we are totally opposite. I'm a risk taker and Scott is a security seeker. And so you don't think those little money decisions every day don't bump into each other because of that difference. I'm like, let's go for it. And Scott's definitely much more on the conservative side of the decisions. So we really bump into each other all the time. And so it's really important to take our free money personality profile on our website and then get the book to understand your differences. Because you've got to understand those. Did you take it?
I took the test, and I am a primary security seeker and secondary flyer. What does that mean?
Well, that means in the security-seeking world, that means you're looking for long-term security. When it comes to flyer, it just means that when you're looking at something or when you're spending some money, it's not the first thing on your radar. Usually when we deal with flyers, they're not necessarily totally worried in that moment about the purchase or the decision they're making with money.
Flyers are the people who fly by the seat of their pants when it comes to money. So that money component of those decisions isn't the first thing. Like the other 4 money personalities, whatever their money personality is, it's really the money component is the first thing. Not with you, not with the flyer. So being that security, looking for that long-term security first, but then secondarily, it's not your #1 concern.
All right, well, what should my wife be? What's going to be a good match? Because I'm going to have her take the test tonight. What do I hope that she is?
Please do. And that's where we find the power in this, is understanding what your spouse is. But 90% of the time, we marry our money opposite. And so it's really important. We're attracted to our opposite, but you get attracted to that opposite, but then you get married, and then all of a sudden those opposites don't feel quite so attractive. So we really want to understand where that dynamic is, and never before have we had a way to be able to do it. Now you have a way. Understand yours, understand your spouse, and then bring them together and learn through the book, actually, how to have them come together in a great way.
And it's really important to remember there's no right money
Yeah.
personality and there's no wrong money personality. We often in relationships want to believe our money personality is the best, because it is, but we can't force that on our spouse, and we definitely can't expect them to have the same one. So one thing we tell couples is when you take the profile and then you take that mouse, you pass it to your spouse, don't panic. It's going to be okay. There's no real great combination or bad combination. It's just who you are. It's part of your DNA, and you can definitely work through it and actually have a much stronger relationship than you've had in the past.
I'll tell you what, just seeing the two of you sitting next to each other, I mean, the folks at home are reading the same thing I'm reading. This stuff works. You guys have it figured out. Scott and Bethany, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to be with you.
All right.